Pops, man, might get in trouble today. Hey man, what's good? Yeah, Pops, somebody get in trouble today. I don't know how today gonna go. Go ahead and get this. Kiki Boo, what's good? We in here. Yo, check this out. We about to go ahead and get this show started in 1 second. So we can go ahead and get that intro cracking. Listen. This is about to be bad, yo. It's about to be bad. Edith, what's good? Look, you tuned into a good one. You tuned into a good one. I might go ahead and skip the little countdown and just jump right on into it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Diva, what's good? What's good? All right, here we go. What up, good people? Welcome to another episode of the Strategically Reckless Podcast. I am your host, Jay Brown, aka Mr. 710. And we are back up in this thing once again. Listen, today. Kiki Rocks, what's up? Hey, we gotta get up, y'all. Hey, we got one of them shows today. We gonna do since last week, as we always do. We gonna talk about Jack Biz. We talking about the Dalai Lama today. We also gonna talk about some questionable lyrics. Yeah, cause that's coming. That is coming. We also gonna talk about men's BBLs as well, cause that don't make no sense to me. Before we get out of here, we gonna discuss this FreakNik. What up, bro? Hope you out there bowling good, throwing strikes upside them folks' heads. But yeah. Listen, since last week, I'm just gonna hop right on into it because I got a lot to talk about today. You know, it's songs that you know that you know the words, but you don't really pay attention to them like that. You sing the words and you be singing like hell, and then one day you sit there and you listen to the words that's coming out of your mouth, and you're like, what the hell? And normally that happens to me when I'm with the kids. When I got the babies in the car with baby girls or the boy in the car, you know, that's when it really hits me when I'm like, oh, now we can't listen to this no more. And you know what? Let me go ahead and tell you. I'm gonna be honest. I still listen to R. Kelly when I'm by myself. I listen to R. Kelly when I'm by myself because I can't do it when I got the baby. I can't listen to it with the girls in the house. I just can't. I ain't got to that point yet. But with that being said, it's just certain lyrics that he has that kind of hit. It kind of hit different. I don't like it. And the other day, I was listening to my wife's playlist. She got this playlist that's like all heartbreak songs or whatever. And I feel like there's something wrong with my wife after hearing her sing this song at the top of her voice. In My Mind by Heather Headley. All these lyrics bring up all kind of red flags. And if you sing that song at the top of your voice, you got red flags too. I'm gonna go ahead and put them red flags up on you too, because that's in my mind. I'm always gonna be your lady. I'm always gonna be his lady in her mind. Well, yo, Shawty a straight psycho. She a straight psycho. My wife be singing that song loud as hell. In my mind. Hitting the highest of the notes. And I'm like, yeah, you singing that a bit too rough. Yeah, I'm talking about the Dalai Lama today. Oh, but before I go any further, I want to thank everybody for listening via iHeartRadio, Spotify, YouTube Live, Instagram Live, Facebook Live, however it is that you're choosing to take this in. I appreciate you. But back to this Heather Headley. If that ain't no stalker, those ain't no stalker lyrics, I have no idea what could be considered. a stalker lyric. But what I can say is, I don't like them. But it got me to thinking about other songs that have those questionable lyrics in them. Like, I don't listen to a whole lot of Drake, but Drake said that he was a like he said, say that a lesbian. Say that to a lesbian girl. I'm a lesbian too. I'm a lesbian girl too. Hey, if you're trying to be funny by saying he like girls, yeah, we all get it. But fam, you ain't no lesbian, shawty. You're not a lesbian, bro. I feel like that's strictly limited as a lady designation. You just a straight dude, fam. Ish. So we've been told. I don't put nothing past nobody. Bill DeVoe with that lyric talking about backstage, underage. Chill with the incrimination. We don't need to know all of that. Y'all were just backstage. You out here hanging with R. Kelly, man. We just talked about this. We don't like it. We don't like these incriminating lyrics. That bothered me. Too Locked and Loaded was good. And so listen, for everybody that's still here, you are in for a treat. I talk about the boy. I talk about the boy on this show a lot. The boy is one of my foster kids. I call him the boy because I cannot use his real name. But this boy has a ton of stories that just are everyday interactions. And people think it's funny when it happens to me. It's not funny to me in the moment, but I can talk about it afterwards. But this time, that it happened to somebody else. It happened to his biological father. Now, since he's been with us, he has made multiple attacks on my sanity. And for the first time, I heard him make an attack on his dad's sanity that his dad did not see coming. He was completely blindsided by this. And this was one of those things that it took everything in my power not to laugh inappropriately in both of their faces. And I tell you why. I picked the kid up. I picked him up from camp. We were on his way home. His dad wanted to call him, so I called him on my car phone. While they're having this conversation, I can't talk about too much about it without giving away, a lot of the information. But he was excited about his new room. Hey, Dad, what kind of bed do I have? His dad says, hey, you have a full-size bed. The boy was like, oh, I got a king? No, son, you got a full size. Oh, okay. It's a queen. It's a queen. But it's not a queen. It's smaller than a queen. It's just a full size. It's a full size bed. It's a full. It's not a queen. Oh, it must be a jack bed. His dad was like, what? And I'm like, I know he didn't just say that. I know he didn't just say it was a jack bed. Now his dad was sitting there like, what's a jack bed? And dude was like, well, I actually messed up the story. Dude said it's queen size is a jack bed. He asked about the twin size. And he was like, man, no, a full size bed is bigger than a twin, because that's what you said you're a twin now. And he was like, yeah, oh, so it's a jack bed. And fam took jack bed as king, as the playing cards, king size, queen. The only logical thing, full didn't make sense. Full did not compute. But the jack bed was next. And the twin size bed that he was in is just a 10. Ain't even no face card bed. And I'm like, Fam, I'm looking out the window at this point because I can't look at him, and I'm listening to his dad's confusion. That's why it was good. I'm listening to his confusion, and I'm knowing that he's like, I know this. I know my son didn't just say this. And I'm like, yeah, your son be saying stuff like this all the time. I know I got to deal with this all the time. You don't have to deal with this all the time, and I'm glad. My pettiness had reached an all-time high because I wanted to tell him that, like, yo, this is your boy. This is how he operates all the time. I hear stuff like Jack Bed. I see him eating candy with the wrapper on there. He bit into some toilet paper. Like, these things happen. I had to deal with that type of stuff. Like, and I try to talk to him. I talk to his dad, and it's one of those things where you can't prepare somebody for the boy. You just gotta let the boy experience happen. Hollis J, what's happening? You gotta let the boy experience happen. Like, I tried to explain it to my brother, but when my brother, I couldn't do it justice until my brother actually got a chance to see what it was like to have the boy experience. At Thanksgiving, them playing Uno that day, that was, my brother got the boy experience. Listen, you can't explain it. When I tell you can't explain it, and you can't prepare somebody for it, it's like if you go to a restaurant that sells shakes, and you know that the shake machine is usually down, but they just advertise this brand new shake, and so you're gonna order that shake, knowing that, you know what, maybe I'm gonna be wrong today because they advertising this new shake. Maybe I'm gonna be wrong. And you still end up being disappointed because the other 13 times that you've been to this place and asked for a shake, and they told you that the shake machine was down, you've been disappointed. And this day, you still gonna be disappointed because the shake machine is gonna be down, even though they've been advertising a brand new shake. He's been advertising brand new behaviors for the longest. And every time we call ourselves trying to get excited about these brand new behaviors, his shake machine is down. He hit us with the boy experience. And until you can actually experience it, it ain't gonna hit the same. And when his dad experienced it, he got a chance to see what it felt like. He got a chance to see what I had to deal with on a daily basis, almost a daily basis. Listen, there's a whole bunch of stuff that I can't even tell y'all that I don't talk about. Jack Bed, I'm gonna tell it at the end of the story again, because that was one of those ones where I was just like, listen, come on, man. I know you ain't just say that. I know his dad was mad at it because he was like, I know I didn't make that. I would have never have said anything like that. And I'm looking like, we all know that laugh when you don't want to let it out, but you know that what you just heard was funny. That's what he had to deal with. It don't hit you the same. I do got a question in the chat room. What's the angriest that you've ever been at a food spot? Angriest that you've ever been at a food spot. And part of the reason why I asked is because I read this story. The story came down my timeline where this guy had got mad because, well, the headline was, man attacks restaurant workers and drives his vehicle through the building over some wings. I'm sure no one that would listen to my show would ever do anything like that. And I'm trying to think if I know I've been upset before at a restaurant, whether they messed up my order or I was in a bad mood and they couldn't hear what I said, and then, or like, I get mad when the person at the window when I'm trying to order cuts me off to ask me if I want anything else, and I'm still talking. That makes me angry to the point where I'll stop ordering. I'm not gonna give you no more of my money. I will stop ordering.
Thank you for choosing Burger King. How may I take your order?
Yeah, can I get another one?
Anything else for you?
Damn. I want that number one with no onions, please.
Okay, number one with no onions. What's the drink?
Coke.
Anything else?
Yeah, I'm about to tell you, I don't want fries. I want an onion ring. You know what? Fuck it. No, I don't want nothing else. I want nothing else. All right.
Pull around.
Oh, I can't get no total.
Yeah, pull around, please.
I pull around. They tell me the total. I give them the money. You think I could get you to pull up there so we can bring you your food out? Hey, also, were you gonna order something else? Yeah, but you wouldn't shut up. This actually happened. There was a Burger King in Sandy Springs that did that. I never went back. The lady was cutting me off. She had rainbow colored hair. And they made me pull forward. They had a Lucky Charm shape that I really wanted to try. I thought I wanted to try, but then the lady kept cutting me off, so I decided not to get it. I was like, I don't need it. She kept cutting me off and asked me if there's anything else that I need. So I'm guessing I don't need it. Thank you. Thank you for looking out for me, because I'm not ordering shit else. But apparently, as far as this dude went, he ordered some chicken tenders, changed his mind. He changed his mind about the tenders, and then decided he wanted some wings instead of the tenders, and then ended up going back in, and fam decided to tear up the restaurant. He tore up the restaurant, threw food at the person, and then he also threw food at the person, and then proceeded to drive his tow truck into the building. Yeah, that part. And so this is the thing that I don't understand. I don't understand. Like, this happened in Maryland. I've had some delicious wings before in my life. I've had some wonderful wings. I ain't never had no wings that'll make me want to drive through a damn building to get them. Like, I ain't never had no wings like that. Those wings, y'all can keep. Like, I don't like that. Like that. You know what? The craziest part about that, like I said, I've had great wings. I've also gone to places in which I was excited about the food, and I was about to go in there, and I ordered this green order. Maybe it might have been let's just use a chicken spot. And they were out of chicken. I wanted a chicken sandwich. We ain't got no more chicken sandwiches. How don't you have any more chicken sandwiches? If I was anything like that dude, it was over with for him. It was over with. Like, Buddy was like, oh, y'all ain't got no, y'all about to close? And y'all don't have no more wings ready? All right. All right. Guess what? Listen, ain't no wings that good. But I had to reconcile in my mind what actually happened. And I was having a conversation with somebody about food, and we were talking about why we as Americans eat food that we know is bad for us, right? And we see the documentaries where they show you how this food is made. We see the documentaries how they have focus groups and people that sit around and try to figure out how to make this food less healthy. And we know this food ain't shit, and we still go eat it. And the only thing that I was thinking was, they sprinkle a little crack in there. It's the only thing that made sense to me. And then I read a story where crack is making a resurgence because there's been an influx of crack into the United States, which is causing the price of crack to go down. And some of these restaurants was like, I get them to come back, sprinkle a little crack on it. That can make me, that made sense to me. That made sense to me. If it was a little crack on it and people kept coming back and they acted a fool, people act the fool over crack. Made sense 100% to me. Y'all can have them. Y'all can have them. I cannot confirm or deny that I have once said before that JJ's Chicken and Fish sprinkle a little crack on their chicken. But it's only after the crack dissolves, then the chicken is just regular. But that initial seasoning that you see on the chicken that's off whitish color may or may not be crack, because that chicken is delicious. And it is delicious to me. But speaking of stuff that I don't understand, I saw this article where there was like, the article said 1.3 million American men out here getting BBLs and lipo and ab implants. And I'm trying to figure out, like, this is what we doing now? We out here really getting, and I say we as dudes in general, BBLs. Come on, man. Like, I feel like there are certain things that we should just let ladies have. Like, if one of my friends said, "Hey, man, I got ab implants," hey, man, we can't be friends until you fix that. You gotta fix that. Like, why are we doing this? Whatever happened to just, I'ma just go work out. Them same dudes was probably sitting around in their waist trainer looking like, this ain't working fast enough. I can't get these waist beads on if I don't get this stomach down. Let me see what these BBLs hitting for. Wait, I don't want to know who. Come on, Jay, slow down. I got a touch of ADHD, and I was just like, who was the first dude? Like, as I was talking, I was thinking about who was the first dude to get a BBL, and I don't know why like Magic Johnson's son came to my mind. That's stupid. That's stupid. Let me chill. Magic Johnson's son ain't never done nothing to me. I don't know why. I don't know why that popped into my head. But I'm just stuff that makes sense to me. If Magic Johnson's son had a BBL, everybody would be like, makes sense. Makes sense. But here's the problem with dudes going to get BBLs. A dude go get a BBL, and they not doing most of the time. Most of the stuff that dudes do for appearance purposes is geared for ladies, potentially. You know, I don't want to leave out any particular group or anybody with an alternative lifestyle. Roland Moore, you silly, Derek J. But if that's your thing, then that's your thing. But it's for somebody else. Let's say the cars that dudes drive, them working out. You know, some of them just like to be healthy, but most of it's like, yo, I want to look good so I can get on these houses, right? And so, and if that's the thing, then that's a thing. But this is the problem. Women judge dudes for certain things, and I feel like women gonna know a BBL belly button when they see it. Like that. If dudes know a BBL belly button when they see it, I know ladies gonna know it. You see that little hard ass looking stomach that look like you could throw something at it. That ain't cool. And you and your lady out there with the same rolled in hard ass belly button. Hey bro, what's a BBL? I need you to spell that out. And yeah, they gonna judge you. I know it's a double standard. It's a double standard that I'm willing to just live with. There are double standards that I just live with just because it's okay. Y'all got it. Like, I cannot say, but there is a lady in the chat. If, lady in the chat, if you met a dude that had a BBL or ab implants, Coco Kisses Adventures, thank you. You showed up right on time. If you met a dude that had a BBL or ab implants, would you hit it? Pretty Hazel has just a lot of ladies jumping in here right on time. Could he still get the draws if you noticed that he had a BBL? Or if he told you that he had a BBL? Because here's the deal, from a dude's perspective, dudes see ladies with BBLs, and if they are not ridiculous looking, and some of them that are ridiculous looking, dudes still hit it. They're just like GTD. Got the draws. They still hit it. They don't care because they be like, hey man, I probably wasn't ever gonna see no booty like that again, so I figured I'd just go ahead and hit it. I just wanted to see what it was gonna be like. I get it, I suppose. No, there was a conversation that was had back when Drake was spotted with the girl Zamina Orr, and my wife was like, why would he be kicking it with her? And I had to explain to her, like, yes, baby, she might not be the prettiest person, but the way she built, just think about it like this. If the average woman was and I hate to do it like this, but if you think about it like, hey, the average woman is a park. Zamina Orr is Six Flags. She's Six Flags. You go to Six Flags because you want the big rides. You don't want to go to the carnival. You go to Serena Orr because it's the Great American Eagle. It's the Batman ride. It's all the big rides. You don't go there all the time. You ain't getting a season pass. And even if you get a season pass, it's not an everyday situation. But you want to see what that be like. I gotta ride that ride. I gotta get on this big roller coaster. The average lady, if you like regular roller coasters, you can get on regular roller coasters. Once you marry, you have settled on your favorite roller coaster. That you have the roller coaster that you gonna ride for the rest of your life. You cool until you decide that this ain't gonna be it no more. Settle was the wrong word, but you know what I meant. But you get she good at her job. She can make that thing. For anybody that can't see. For anybody that can't see, if you listen on iHeartRadio or anything like that, that sound was what I would imagine the booty jiggle sound like. When she get it in. But fellas, you gotta leave that stuff alone though. Cause you gonna get judged. That double standard's gonna kick in for you. Look, cause ladies gonna judge you on stuff that they get passes for. BBL, get a pass. You gonna get judged. If you still living with your parents, she get a pass. You gonna get judged, sir. Let me get a comment over here from the we got over there on Facebook. Is that why men getting implants in BBLs too? They feel, hey, it's kind of is what it is. What up, Tosh? Kind of is what it is. Showing off fake abs. Yeah, that's what it is. It's ridiculous. If a dude reveals to a lady that he is trying to get to know that, hey, I was curious in college. I kissed a dude. He gave me a little head. She gonna judge him. On the flip side of the game, two girls kissed and one of them got their snack on. They be like, hey, so is that what it is? Okay. They gonna be with it. They not gonna judge the lady. Now they might be looking at all the if you bring a girl that's rocking a baseball cap and some dreads over, they might look upside their head like, hey, I'm watching y'all. I'm watching y'all. But in reality, if she told the dude that, hey, I kissed a girl in college, she got her snack on, I ain't really like it, I'm back on dudes now. Dude gonna be like, okay, shit, let's make it happen then. You know, if you ever feeling froggy again, you know what I'm saying. Yo, ladies turn down sex all day. They don't get judged. If they do, turn down some sex. They turn down a little wolf. They gonna be judged. They gonna be like, why is he turning down this wolf? Ladies don't like calling. They're not gonna call their own stuff wolf, but they gonna be like, why? Why? For what? For what? And you got a headache, all right. What's her name? What's her name? Because we know how this to go. We know the game. We know the game. She be looking all upside your head. All upside your head. Looking all upside your head like everybody was looking upside the Dalai Lama's head. Told you I wasn't gonna let that. I can't let that ride. I read that story and I was like, he did what? He told that kid to do what? I had to read it twice. Didn't you ever read something? You had to read it one more time just to make sure that you wasn't tripping, like you didn't have a little episode of epilepsy or whatever. Like I'm dyslexic. Like I know I did not mix up these letters. But this said the Dalai Lama asked the boy to suck his tongue. Come on, man. You know, freaky ass little boy, what you doing? What you doing? Oh, fam, freaky. First of all, that is disgusting. That's disgusting. That's some high level freaky stuff right there. But you ask a kid to do that in public with cameras around. Like that shit was okay. Like that was okay. There ain't no parts of that that's okay. And why? Come on, man. Come on, man. Like, you can't even say that you was playing, yo. Like that. You can't joke about that. You can't joke about that in the same way that you can't hop on a plane and be like, bomb! Like, you can't even be like, oh, girl, you the bomb. Yo, you gonna get your ass kicked off the plane. Fam, I don't know what type of apology that the Dalai Lama can try to pass off and be like, oh, that was just poor judgment on my part, or whatever it was that he tried to say. What I do know, come on, man, that's gross. That is gross. First of all, you know what? Let me chill. let me chill. Come on, man. Come on, man. That's nasty for one. Don't nobody want your dirty ass tongue in their mouth, fam. Don't nobody want that. Now, like Kyrie Irving, he need to make a public apology. He need to denounce all tongue sucking that come from little boys to adults. He need to denounce all adults that have asked for a kid to suck his tongue. He also need to go out and take some counseling so that he can prove to everybody that he understands that trying to get a little boy to suck your tongue is inappropriate in the worst of ways. And he probably need to be suspended for about 5 games. For at least the first round of the playoffs. I don't know what the suspension is, but I did see that there's only been like 14 Dalai Lamas in the history, and I had to go back and look like, well, if he number 14, when did they start this? He has some pretty erratic behavior. Like, I think his time should be over. We should be looking for number 15. Like, number 15, where you at? Because fam is out of control. He is OC. We need to do something about Buddy, because he ain't right over there. Excuse me. Man, and you know what? Every time I look up and I see like Dalai Lama won a Nobel Peace Prize and all this stuff, and I'm like, well, what? You know what they do? I don't know. I need to be educated on that. I do know that they said after they gave the first Dalai Lama that designation after he died, and that was in 1390. It's 1390. That's over 600 years ago. Hold on now. Now I know fam old, but I hope that they don't have a record of erratic behaviors like this that just ain't been caught on camera through the years. Speaking of erratic behaviors that hadn't been caught on camera through the years, yo, I just had to get that dollar part off. I've been seeing so many videos of these aunties out here trying to preface their family for what might be seen on this Hulu documentary that's coming out about FreakNik 94. Yo, I was only 14 at the time, so I had zero way to be down in Atlanta to make that happen. He's still in Chicago at the time. But when I tell you the number of aunties that's out here making videos like, I just want to let y'all know that I have no idea. I have no idea what was going on. I just know that we were having a good time. Look, y'all out here on VHS, busting it down. Bust it open for real. Yeah, that's what y'all was doing. Y'all was out here busting it down for Uncle Luke and them to Doodoo Brown. Y'all was getting in. Hold on, let me see if I can find Doodoo Brown right quick, cause y'all was out here, and I'm talking about they all seem nervous as hell. They best hope is that the videos are grainy. Like this guy we bowled against, he bowled 300 not too long ago, and whoever recorded his 300, Buddy 300 was recorded with on VHS or a Motorola Razor. Like, I'm almost willing to bet. But where my Doodoo Brown at? Hold on, here we go.
Don't stop, pop that pussy, let me see your Doodoo Brown.
All of them, all these aunties having flashbacks of that. They all gonna be like, oh my God. I can't play that too loud. I got two baby girls upstairs asleep. But y'all get it. y'all understand that these aunties out here nervous. But here's the thing, like, we've all lived. I have some family that's old enough that have possibly been in there. I know them when I see them. But it ain't no judgment, like, unless you are here getting smashed on somebody's dump. Like, that's, hey, what we don't want to see. You be like, auntie, I ain't want to know you like that. Like, we all know you be out here trying to be the cool auntie, and you out here, you still kind of dress like that. You got gold hair and whatnot. Like, that's all fine and dandy. What I don't want to know, I said Motorola 5000, you damn right. What I don't want to see is my auntie ass up in there. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see her wolf. I hope it's going to be a whole lot of pixelated frames that they done put on there, because they be like, yo, come on, man. Like, who they get to do this? Who, like, I know it's footage, but I know, this is what I know. People felt, I'm almost willing to guarantee that people felt like that was a safe space because the internet didn't exist in that way. And everybody at FreakNik was doing what people at FreakNik do for the most part. Like, you was either spectating or participating. It's kind of how that went, as far as I've heard. Like I said, I was a kid, but you was either spectating or participating, and whichever one you was doing, you was in there. You was out there. It's about to be a lot of still pictures of the documentary being sent via text, like, "Hey, was this you?" Yeah, they gonna be pausing and like, hold on. Oh, they gonna be like Chris Rock, when this stuff goes through. Like, now, this is one thing I wonder, like, do you think if you went to work and you're at work, somebody noticed you on that documentary, your boss noticed you, would they have grounds to fire you? Even if, like, this was, FreakNik was legit almost 30 years ago. This what they getting ready to put up right now, about 30 years ago. Could they realistically fire somebody for that? Because they were like, yo, this is conduct detrimental. Or is this past like the statute of limitations where it's like, hey, you know, Jeff, an accountant, is gonna look at you different. We already know he a little perpy. So if you start hanging out by your desk, he saw you. Like, HR gonna call some people in and be like, hey, Sharonda, come on in here. Close the door. Like, it's gonna be one of them type of situations where, like, and what can they say? Yeah, we got these photographs, and they kind of look like your head from the back, but we couldn't quite tell. Is this you? Come on, man. These are things that just can't happen. And this is about to happen. It is about to happen. I can't wait for it to come out. I'm going to watch it. I'm going to check it out. Because I need to see. I might know somebody. I'm going to call them. They're going to, look, them people, as soon as they see themselves, they're going to turn their phone off for about a week. That's all it's really going to take for stuff to pass. A little less than a week, 3-4 days. They call out, take vacation or whatever. They'll be all right. They'll be all right. But that is great. I'm so glad that stuff like that is coming out, because that was part of the culture. That was before. Like, Atlanta on this documentary is gonna look way different than the Atlanta that people know now. Like, what they see and know now, this ain't the same. This is a totally different version of the monster that's Atlanta right now. That's crazy. Before I get back to the Jack Bear story, I want to talk about this one last thing that happened. It was in Florida, and there was a lady, it was a teacher, who held fight clubs in her class. 30-second fights. No cameras, no phones, no yelling, no screaming. She got 30 seconds to fight it out. What kind of teachers we got now? And I'll be wondering why the boy be coming home and thinking some of the things that he be thinking and saying some of the stuff that he be saying. If he got teachers anything like this ain't gonna work. Come on, USA. Y'all gotta pay these folks so that we can vet them out. We got to get them out. The other thing is, like, one thing I have noticed, I ain't never had no teachers that look like the boys' homeroom teacher. All my teachers. I don't want to say nobody was ugly, but none of my teachers were attractive in that way. I would never like let me do all my work because my teacher fine. I ain't had none of them. All my teachers was old. They were old and they was all some haters. Except for Miss Hill. She loved me. But all the rest of them, they was some haters for the most part. They did not let me get away with not doing my homework. They ain't let me get away with forging signatures and shit like that. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Who would do such a thing? Tell on me. Like, I'm great. What's the problem? But I did want to get this story out correctly this time on the Jack Bed side of the game. And so I picked the boy up from camp. We were on our way home and his dad had called earlier, wanted to speak to him. All right, cool. Put him on speakerphone. They having a conversation about the new place. And you know what? I can go into some different details. Dad was super excited because he's like, man, I got your room all fixed up. You gonna like it. I got your room. You know, I got your Spider-Man room. You gonna be set. And dude was like, Spider-Man. I like Superman better. Like, Superman could beat up Spider-Man. Spider-Man just try to shoot a web at him, and then Superman to catch it, and then swing him all over the place. Like, he was really trash in Spider-Man. And so I know his dad was kind of like, damn, I put a lot of work into this. Like, I could tell like he was feeling disappointed because the boy didn't have the same type of excitement. And so then the boy was like, do I got one of those things that I can change the temperature and the weather in my room? This boy said weather in his room. Okay. And I said, a thermostat? Yeah, I want a thermostat in my room. No, you can't have one of those. I was like, good job, Dad. Good job. Let's get used to saying no. I like when you get, like, I need him to get used to hearing no from you. He hear no from me all the time. And he was like, and man, he was like, what size bed do I got? Oh man, you got a full size bed. And the boy was like, I got a king? No, you got it's a full size bed. Oh, it's a queen. Okay. And his dad was like, no, a queen is bigger than a full-size bed. So the boy was like, oh, well, right now I sleep on a twin. So it's like that? His dad was like, no, it's not like that. It's bigger than a twin. But it's not as big as a queen. He was like, oh, I got a jack bed. Okay. And his dad was like, what? And I'm just looking out the window. I'm driving. I can't look straight because the boy would be able to see my face. So I'm looking out the window while I'm driving like, he just said jack bed. And his dad was like, what's a jack bed? And the boy said, well, you said it's bigger than a twin. And his dad was like, yeah, a jack bed. Okay, cool. Yeah, a jack bed.
He needs some milk.
Oh, like, oh my God. Oh my gosh. And once again, I was just like, this is what I have to deal with, sir. I have to deal with that. I have to deal with when he asks me, "Hey, Mr. Jason, should I let Harley in? Should I let Harley in the house?" And I tell him, "No." "Oh, so is she just gonna stay outside? Where else is she gonna go?" If I tell you that we not gonna let him in the house, and she's already outside, where else is she gonna go? "Oh, well, you didn't say it." Yeah, I said that she wasn't coming in the house right now. That was it, the end. And it need nothing else. Nothing else. Like, that could have been the end. And so I cannot wait. To get that phone call. And you're like, "Hey, man, how'd you do that for so long? How did you deal with my son for so long?" And I would just tell him, he drove me to drinking. All these great hairs that I got in this brand new cul-de-sac, all courtesy of your son. Not all of it, but a lot of it. But look, good people, I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Y'all have been dope. Thank you for listening on iHeartRadio. Thank you for listening on Spotify. Also on Amazon. Listen, if you tell Alexa to play the Strategically Reckless podcast, guess who's going to come up? Me. Also, if you got any reunions coming up, if you got any shirts or anything that you're trying to get made for the summertime, go ahead and holler at your boy at the 710 Print Shop. That is www.the17printshop.com. This show was sponsored to you by the 710 Print Shop. This way you can get that I Sin Responsibly shirt. Don't judge me. Hey. And also, at checkout, use Team 710 to get you a discount. I don't give out a whole lot of them because I work too hard to give out a whole lot of discounts. But until next time, good people, y'all be safe out in these streets and don't be sucking no tongues. I'm out. Well, I came too late, but go ahead and check out the whole live show.